Hi Libra, welcome. This is Taurus Tarot and I'm Joy, and we are getting a reading for you. So I just usually start off every reading with a little meditation where I ask Spirit to come in and deliver the message that needs to be heard by your particular sign. Okay, and the signs are really just a way of narrowing in on the message for you, right? Because there are definitely broader messages that come in that are like meant for the entire collective, but then there are also the energies, the message that is really more specific to your group. Okay, so in my meditation I was seeing a forest and kind of seeing you walk through the really tall trees, and then there was a vision of smooth river rocks and then a little stream and throwing rocks into the stream, and just kind of like there was this sense of being alone and being in thought and being meditative. And so the message was really kind of like to kind of connect to yourself, yeah, to like kind of like that the image in the forest was that you were alone, free from distractions, and that you were just kind of enjoying just being there with yourself, like enjoying your own company. So that was really nice. Okay, so the cards that we have come out were Five of Cups. The Five of Cups is typically about loss, right? So, and fives are transformational energies, transformational numbers. So, and I've always believed that, challenges are really opportunities, right, for some kind of learning or transformation. But this person here is definitely focused on these three cups that have fallen over and has their back turned to the two cups that are still standing, right? So that's very significant. Yeah, so this I get a lot of quiet feeling from this card too. So really this to me is really representative of you walking through the forest and kind of just taking some time to yourself and being alone with yourself and your own thoughts, and just kind of like being okay in the sadness, being okay in the feeling of loss, just allowing it to flow through you, which to me is hugely important. I think oftentimes, especially when when our awareness has not been increased, I think that oftentimes we have a tendency to want to bury or suppress feelings of loss or loneliness or despair, right? Those are really uncomfortable feelings to have. And and we're not really taught as children to allow those feelings. Instead, many of us, right, not all, there are people who have done it right, but I think that, definitely speaking from my generation and older, probably, and even some younger generations too. It just depends on the path that you're on and where on that path you are. But I think the tendency when raising children, especially male children, is to not allow them to cry, to view sadness and crying and loss as almost like a weakness. And so it's not feelings that as children, that we encourage children to like be okay in and to sit in for a little while. Oftentimes I think the response is like, oh, stop crying, or oh, just get over it, or that kind of thing, especially for boys, because again, like I said, it could, in many cultures, many American families anyway, it can be looked at as weakness, right? But this here is I'm really feeling strongly that it is important for you to be alone with these feelings and sit in these feelings and just allow these feelings to flow through you. It's hugely, hugely important to feel your feelings, right? Because when we feel them, we can then process them and understand them better, understand where they came from better, understand what is keeping them around better, understand better, how we can learn from them, right? But that is if we acknowledge and allow them. If we bury them, we're essentially pretending that they are not there. And so there's no processing, there's no analyzing, there's no transmuting that is happening if you're burying your feelings. So I'm feeling really strongly that, the message here is for you to allow those lower vibrational feelings to move through you. They will not persist forever. They will not, be your, a part of your, what am I trying to say? They will not make you weak. They will not scar you or anything like that. In fact, they will make you stronger by allowing them to move through you in their own time, right? Of course, we want to feel them, but not indulged in them nor bury them, right? Okay, so this is important for you, and I feel so strongly, so strongly, that this is really about, when you allow your feelings, when you choose not to bury them and instead choose to allow them and feel them, it brings some different kind of understanding forward. And oops, my camera's sliding. And so, and that's, an opportunity to really, learn from them. And, oh man. Sorry, give me a second. Let me fix this. Haha. I'm so sorry. Okay, here we go. Yeah, so definitely this, these, when you allow your feelings, then you are allowing an opportunity to learn from them, right? And so this is really, to me, this is like the first step, right, of learning, of being able to use your feelings as a guide and learn from them. So this guy here, he has these 8 cups here, right? But he feels like something's missing because he's in, he's feeling these feelings. So while he acknowledges that there are, a lot of things to be grateful for, there are some things missing, and that those are the things that are, brought up by this feeling of loss, and allowing these feelings, these more uncomfortable feelings, to just, to be, right? And so this is a hugely important process for anybody, is definitely to allow the feelings and then allow the learning and the opportunity that comes from allowing those feelings, and then examining them and understanding them better. Okay, and so this to me is just like, incredible, right? Because here we go, we have the Ace of Cups and the Ace of Pentacles, and aces are wonderful energies, right? And the Ace of Cups, I love the Ace of Cups. It's just like this watery, beautiful, flowing emotion, just overflowing. And we have the dove here, of peace, right? The dove represents peace, and it's just like I just heard this feeling of of this self-love brings a lot of peace in your life, right? And that is such a different feeling from these cards, which are kind of sadness and not necessarily turmoil, but definite sadness and longing and that kind of thing. So so when you are able to allow your feelings, then you're able to process your feelings. And when you are able to process them, it does bring more self-love to you, because you begin to understand that those feelings and those experiences are a natural part of the rhythm of life, right? In life, there's definite rhythm of ups and downs. And when we're able to overcome those challenges, those sadnesses that are normal parts of life, then it does really build us up inside, right? It gives us this feeling of being able to, of being strong, of being able to overcome, of being able to persevere, right, through challenging or difficult times. And that's a beautiful thing. And it does allow us to love ourselves more. I mean, how can you not love yourself more when you go through something challenging like this, right? When you feel very hard, challenging feelings of like sadness and loss and that kind of thing. When you come out of it, it definitely makes you stronger, and it does make you understand that like you are a divine being and you are capable, and that there is plenty of reason to love yourself, right? And to fill yourself with self-love. And it is only then that when your cup is full, that you can then allow that love to overflow into other aspects of life, to other people, to other situations. And when that happens, when you do allow your love and your emotion to be an important contributor of your life, an important teacher in your life, then it brings really this material abundance, right? It brings this and when I say material, what I mean is like it brings this abundance through you to your 3D reality, right? Because love kind of exists in the ethers a little bit. It's not very tangible, right? But when you are able to master this self-love and then have enough love that you can give it to others, in a very intangible way, it has an effect on tangible things in your life, right? Like things that are in your 3D reality, like your employment, your home, your car, your physical experiences. It all your love overflows into that, and can do nothing but bring abundance into your physical world. Okay, so I hope that makes sense for you. So Libra is really definitely so strongly about allowing your feelings, do not bury them, do not dismiss them as weak. They are strong, and they are giving you a message. And when you're able to sit in those feelings for a little while, allow and accept them, and then process them and transmute them, this is like a journey, right? This journey of transmutation, it brings some real definite abundance to your life, not just in the emotional world, but in the physical world as well. Okay. So that is what it is, Libra. Sorry about the whole camera thing and spinning around and whatnot. Not real good at like editing videos, so I didn't want to have to stop and start over, especially because I was feeling it all coming in. So so that is what it is. And if it resonates with you, if you liked it, give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more videos, subscribe, and have a beautiful day. All right. Aloha and Namaste. And by the way, Namaste means the divinity in me recognizes the divinity in you. Okay. Aloha.